The Uber driver had been silent for 11 minutes. Not awkward silence, calculated silence, the kind that makes your skin crawl. Emma Rodriguez sat in the back seat scrolling through her phone, trying to ignore the feeling that something was wrong. The route was wrong. The driver's behavior was wrong. And the way he kept glancing at her in the rearview mirror, that was definitely wrong. They should have been on I-95 north toward Boston. Instead, they were heading west on back roads she didn't recognize. Dark roads. Empty roads. "Excuse me," Emma said, her voice steady despite the panic rising in her chest. "This isn't the right way." The driver didn't respond. He just kept driving, hands at 10 and 2, eyes forward. Emma checked her phone. No signal. They were in a dead zone, miles from civilization. That's when the driver spoke. Not to her, to himself, or so it seemed. "Weather's getting bad. Code 7 conditions. Might need to take the scenic route through Checkpoint Alpha." Emma's blood went cold, because those weren't random words. That was tactical communication, military jargon, and Emma knew exactly what it meant, because she'd spent 6 years as a CIA field operative before she left the agency 3 years ago. Code 7 meant hostile environment. Checkpoint Alpha meant safe house extraction point, and scenic route was operator speak for evasion protocol. This Uber driver wasn't confused about the route. He was running an active operation, and Emma had just stumbled into the middle of it. Emma's training kicked in instantly. Don't react. Don't reveal what you know. Assess the situation. She looked at the driver again. Mid-40s, athletic build, military posture, and now that she was paying attention, a faded tattoo on his right forearm visible below his rolled sleeve. Naval Special Warfare insignia. Navy SEAL. What the hell was a Navy SEAL doing driving Uber in rural Massachusetts? And why was he speaking in code? Emma's phone buzzed. 1 bar of signal. A text from an unknown number. "Play along. You're in danger. Trust me. M." Emma's heart stopped. M. Marcus Hale, her former handler at the CIA. The man who'd run her operations in Syria, Yemen, Lebanon. The man who'd gone dark 2 years ago after a blown mission in Istanbul. Another text, "Man in gray sedan. 3 cars back. Tracking you. Been following since Logan Airport. Professional hit team." Emma didn't turn around. She used the side mirror. Gray sedan. Tinted windows. Keeping perfect distance. Another text from Marcus. "They think you're Sarah Chen. Target from Beijing operation. Wrong person, but they don't know that yet. Need to get you off the grid before they realize their mistake and tie up loose ends." Emma's mind raced. Sarah Chen. She knew that name. CIA operative, Beijing station, went missing 6 months ago during an extraction gone wrong. Chinese intelligence had put a bounty on her, $5 million, dead or alive. And somehow, Emma had been mistaken for her. The driver, Marcus, spoke again, still not looking at her. "Passenger comfort is our priority. Adjusting temperature to code 15. ETA to destination is 23 minutes. Refreshments available upon request. Code 15, hostile engagement imminent. 23 minutes. Time until safe house. Refreshments, weapons available." Emma responded carefully, playing along. "Thank you. I'd appreciate some water if you have it." Water, operator slang for confirmation, received. Marcus's eyes flicked to the rearview mirror. Brief eye contact, recognition. "There's a bottle in the seat pocket. Help yourself." Emma reached into the seat pocket. No water bottle. Instead, her fingers touched cold metal. A Glock 19, suppressor attached. Loaded magazine. Jesus Christ. Emma palmed the weapon, kept it low, out of sight. Her hands remembered the weight, the balance. 3 years since she'd held a gun, but muscle memory didn't forget. Marcus spoke again. "Route adjustment. Scenic overlook in 5 minutes. Great photo opportunity. Highly recommend, sir. Overlook, high ground, defensive position. 5 minutes. Emma understood. They were going to make a stand. The grey sedan was still following. Closer now. 2 cars back. Emma's phone buzzed again. 2 shooters in the sedan. Chinese MSS. Ministry of State Security. They'll make their move once we're isolated. We need to flip this. Turn defense into offense. How? Emma typed back. Same way we did in Damascus. You remember? Emma remembered. Damascus, 2019. Ambush scenario. She'd played bait while Marcus flanked from high ground. They'd taken out a 6-man kill team with 0 friendly casualties. I remember, but I'm not active anymore, Marcus. I haven't been in the field in 3 years. Doesn't matter. You're active now, and those 2 men in the sedan won't care that you're retired. They'll put 2 bullets in your head and dump your body in the woods. Emma looked at the Glock in her hand. 3 years. She'd left the CIA because she was tired of killing, tired of looking over her shoulder, tired of the nightmares. But the agency never really let you go. It just waited until you were needed again. Approaching scenic overlook, Marcus said loudly, performing for any listening devices. Beautiful view. Perfect spot for a break. The car turned off the main road onto a narrow dirt path. Trees on both sides. No witnesses. No cameras. Perfect place for an execution. The grey sedan followed. Marcus pulled into a small clearing. Gravel parking area. Overlook railing. 2 picnic tables. Empty. He killed the engine, turned to face Emma for the first time since the ride began. Listen carefully, he said, voice low and urgent. They're going to park 30 feet behind us. 2 shooters. Driver stays in the car. Passenger exits first. Approaches my window. That's when we move. Marcus, I can't. Yes, you can. You're Emma Rodriguez. CIA Special Operations Group. 17 confirmed missions. 0 failures. You didn't. Forget how to survive. Emma's hands were shaking. I left because Damascus broke you. Because you watched your partner die. Because you blamed yourself. I know, but Ethan wouldn't want you dead in a Massachusetts forest because you were too traumatized to fight back. Ethan, Emma's partner, killed in Damascus. Friendly fire. Emma had been 3 feet away when it happened. The grey sedan pulled into the clearing, parked exactly 30 feet behind them. Marcus handed Emma a small earpiece. Put this in. Stay in the car. When I give the signal, you exit passenger side, use the car for cover, and take the driver. I'll handle the shooter. What's the signal? Marcus smiled. You'll know. The passenger door of the grey sedan opened. A man stepped out. Asian, late 30s, tactical jacket, hands in pockets, professional, calm. He walked toward Marcus's window. Marcus opened his door casually, stepped out, stretched like he'd been driving for hours. Beautiful spot, isn't it? Marcus said cheerfully. The shooter stopped 5 feet away. Mr. Hale, we've been looking for you. Marcus's expression didn't change. I think you have me confused with someone else. No confusion. You're Marcus Hale, former CIA, current ghost, and the woman in your car is Sarah Chen. We're here to collect her. She's not Sarah Chen. She's a grad student from Boston. Wrong person. The shooter pulled his hand from his pocket. Gun aimed at Marcus's chest. We'll confirm that after we take her. That's when Marcus gave the signal. He didn't say anything. He just dropped his car keys. The metallic clink on gravel. Emma moved. She rolled out the passenger side door, Glock up, sight picture perfect, and fired twice. Suppressed shots. 2 quiet coughs. The driver of the grey sedan slumped forward onto the steering wheel. Simultaneously, Marcus closed the distance with the shooter, knocked the gun aside, drove an elbow into his throat, dropped him to the ground in 3 seconds. Silence. Emma stood behind the Uber, gun still raised, hands steady now. No shaking. Muscle memory. Marcus zip-tied the unconscious shooter, dragged him toward the sedan. "You didn't forget," he said. Emma lowered the gun. "I wish I had. We need to move. These two won't report back for another hour, but when they don't, more will come." "Where are we going?" Marcus opened the trunk of the grey sedan, pulled out a tactical bag. "Safe house, 40 minutes north. I'll explain everything there." "Explain now." Marcus looked at her. "Sarah Chen isn't missing. She's dead. Chinese intelligence killed her in Beijing 6 months ago. But someone inside the CIA is selling information to the MSS, telling them Sarah's still alive, operating in the US. They sent kill teams after anyone matching her profile. You're the 4th case of mistaken identity this month. So I'm bait. No, you're the trap. We let them think they found Sarah. We track them back to their source, and we expose the mole." Emma stared at him. "You're using me." "I'm protecting you. There's a difference. If we don't stop this, they'll keep coming. For you, for others. Innocent people dying because some traitor is feeding them false intel." Emma looked at the unconscious shooter, at the dead driver, at the gun in her hand. 3 years. She'd been out for 3 years. "I can't do this again, Marcus." "You just did." The safe house was a cabin. Not rustic, charming cabin. Operational cabin, reinforced doors, bulletproof windows, surveillance cameras hidden in the trees, weapons cache in the basement. Emma sat at the kitchen table, hands wrapped around a mug of coffee she hadn't touched. Marcus was at a laptop, typing rapidly, pulling up files. "How long have you been driving Uber?" Emma asked. 3 months, best cover in the world. Nobody notices Uber drivers. You become part of the background, perfect for surveillance work. "So you knew I'd request a ride today?" "I've been monitoring your account for 2 weeks. Knew your schedule. Knew you'd be flying back from your sister's wedding in Miami. Knew the MSS was tracking flights from Logan. I made sure your ride request pinged to me." Emma felt sick. "You manipulated everything. I kept you alive. Those 2 shooters would have taken you from the airport parking garage if I hadn't intercepted. Why didn't you just tell me? Why the coded messages, the cryptic drive?" Marcus turned from the laptop. "Because I needed to see if you still had it, if you could still read tactical communication, if you could still operate under pressure. If you'd completely lost your edge, I would have aborted and moved you to witness protection. But you didn't lose it, Emma. You're still one of the best. I killed a man today. You defended yourself. I swore I'd never kill again." Marcus pulled up a file on his screen. "This is Sarah Chen, real Sarah Chen." The photo showed a woman in her early 30s. Asian American, short hair, confident smile. She was deep cover in Beijing, recruited a source inside the Ministry of State Security. Someone high level, feeding us intelligence on Chinese operations in the US. But 6 months ago, her cover was blown. The MSS captured her, tortured her for information about her source, then executed her. We recovered her body 3 weeks later. Marcus pulled up another file. "This is the mole. We don't know who it is yet. But we know they're inside CIA. They've been feeding the MSS false information, telling them Sarah's alive, operating in the US under various identities. The MSS has deployed 4 kill teams in the past 3 months. They've murdered 2 civilians already, women who looked like Sarah. Wrong place, wrong time." Emma's stomach turned. "And I'm next." "You were next, but now we're changing the game. The MSS thinks they found Sarah Chen today. They think their team engaged you and failed. They'll send a bigger team, better equipped, more desperate. And when they do, we'll be ready. We'll track them back to their handler, identify the mole, and shut this down. So I'm bait. You're the trigger. There's a difference." Emma stood up, paced the kitchen. "Why me, Marcus? Why not use an actual CIA operative? Why drag me back into this?" Marcus closed the laptop. Because you're not supposed to exist. You left the agency clean. No active files, no current operations, no official footprint. You're a ghost. Perfect deniability. If this goes wrong, the agency can claim they had no involvement. You're a civilian who got caught in crossfire. That's cold. That's reality. Emma walked to the window, looked out at the dark forest. What happened in Istanbul, Marcus? 2 years ago, you went dark. Everyone thought you were dead. Marcus was quiet for a long moment. I found evidence of the mole. Someone high up, someone protected. I tried to go through official channels. My reports disappeared. My contacts stopped returning calls. Then someone tried to kill me. Car bomb. I survived. Barely. Realized the mole had more reach than I thought. So I disappeared. Went off-grid. Spent 2 years investigating on my own. And I'm close. I have 3 suspects, all senior officials, all with access to Sarah Chen's file, all with motive. I just need proof. And the only way to get proof is to let the mole make another move. Let them send another kill team. Track them back. Emma turned to face him. You're gambling with my life. I'm gambling with mine too. I'll be right beside you, like Damascus. Like every operation we ever ran. Damascus got Ethan killed. Marcus's jaw tightened. Damascus was a setup. The mole fed us bad intel. Wrong location, wrong target, wrong timing. Ethan died because someone inside our own agency betrayed us, and I've spent 2 years trying to find out who. This is how we finish it, Emma. This is how we make sure Ethan didn't die for nothing. Emma's hands clenched into fists. Ethan, her partner, her friend, dead at 29 because someone betrayed them. How long do we have before the next team arrives? She asked. 72 hours. Maybe less. Then we have 72 hours to prepare. Marcus smiled. Welcome back, Rodriguez. The next 3 days were brutal. Marcus trained Emma like she'd never left the agency. Weapons drills, tactical positioning, communication protocols, escape routes. Emma's body remembered faster than her mind wanted to admit. They set the trap carefully. Emma would return to her apartment in Boston, resume normal life. The MSS would track her, confirm her identity through surveillance, then send the second kill team. But this time, Emma and Marcus would be ready. They'd let the team get close, then flip the script. Capture one, alive. Interrogate. Get the name of their handler. Trace it back to the mole. Simple plan, except nothing in this world was ever simple. Day 4. Emma walked into her apartment building in Boston's North End. 3rd floor walk-up, 1 bedroom, small but safe. Except it wasn't safe anymore. The moment she opened her door, she knew. The smell, gun oil, someone had been here. Emma's hand went to the concealed holster at her hip, Glock 43. Marcus had insisted she carry it everywhere. She cleared the apartment. Living room, empty. Kitchen, empty. Bedroom. A man sat in the chair by her window. Late 50s, gray hair, expensive suit. Hands folded calmly in his lap. Emma's gun was up, aimed at his chest. The man didn't move. Hello, Emma. It's been a long time. Emma's blood turned to ice, because she recognized that voice. Director Thomas Brennan, Deputy Director of Operations, CIA, her former boss. The man who'd signed her resignation papers 3 years ago. How did you get in here? Emma demanded. I'm CIA, Emma. I can get in anywhere. Brennan gestured to the chair across from him. Please, sit. We need to talk. I'll stand. Suit yourself. Brennan pulled out a folder, set it on the coffee table. Marcus Hale contacted you 4 days ago, told you about Sarah Chen, about the mole, about the kill teams. Correct? Emma said nothing. Emma, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to warn you. Marcus is compromised. Bullshit. Brennan opened the folder. Inside were photographs. Marcus meeting with Chinese officials. Marcus accepting a briefcase. Marcus at a bank in the Cayman Islands. Marcus Hale has been working for Chinese intelligence for 18 months. He's the mole, Emma. He's the one who got Sarah Chen killed. He's the one who's been feeding false intelligence to the MSS. And now he's using you as his final play. Emma's gun didn't waver, but her mind was racing. Why would he do that? Money, revenge. Take your pick. Marcus was passed over for promotion 3 times, denied access to senior operations. He felt betrayed by the agency. So he betrayed us back, sold information to the highest bidder. I don't believe you. Then believe this. Brennan pulled out another photo. Security footage. Time stamped 3 days ago. Marcus meeting with a Chinese operative in a parking garage, handing over a file. That file contained your address, your daily routine, your vulnerable points. Marcus isn't protecting you, Emma. He's setting you up. He told the MSS exactly where you'd be, exactly when you'd be there. He's arranging your execution and making it look like he tried to save you. Perfect cover. Emma's hand was shaking. No, I saw him take down a Chinese shooter. I saw him fight them. Staged. Those men weren't MSS. They were contractors Marcus hired to make it look real. The man you killed in the sedan, ex-military, unemployed, desperate for money. Marcus hired him through a cutout, made it look like a legitimate threat. You killed an innocent man, Emma. The gun lowered an inch. Emma felt sick. Where is Marcus now? Brennan asked. Safe house, 40 minutes north. Take me there. We'll bring him in, quietly. No violence necessary, just cooperation. Emma stared at Brennan. Every instinct told her something was wrong. But the evidence was right there. Photos, bank records, timestamps. Why should I trust you? Emma whispered. Because I'm giving you a choice. Come with me, help us arrest Marcus and you walk away clean, or stay loyal to a traitor and go down with him. Your call. Emma's mind raced. Damascus, Ethan, Marcus, the mole. Nothing made sense. Then her phone buzzed. Text from Marcus. Get out, now. Brennan is the mole. It's him. Always been him. Run. Emma looked up at Brennan. His expression hadn't changed. Something wrong? He asked. Emma's gun came back up. Stand up. Hands where I can see them. Brennan sighed. Emma, don't do this. Hands. Now. Brennan stood slowly, and that's when Emma saw it. The slight bulge under his left arm. Shoulder holster. You're not here to arrest Marcus, Emma said. You're here to kill me. Brennan's expression shifted. The friendly concern vanished. Cold calculation replaced it. Smart girl. Smarter than Sarah was. She believed me right up until I put the bullet in her head. Emma's finger moved to the trigger. You killed Sarah Chen. I had to. She was getting too close. Found evidence I'd been selling information. She was about to expose me. So I arranged her capture in Beijing, made it look like the MSS killed her. Clean. Untraceable. And Marcus figured it out. Marcus suspected. But he could never prove it. Until you. You're the proof, Emma. You're the witness who can connect me to everything, so you have to disappear. Brennan's hand moved toward his holster. Emma fired first. 2 shots. Center mass. Brennan dropped. Emma stood there, shaking, gun still raised, staring at the body of the deputy director of operations. She'd just killed one of the most powerful men in the CIA. Her phone rang. Marcus. Emma, are you okay? I tracked Brennan to your building. Tell me you got my message. I got it. He's dead. Silence. Then. Good. Stay there. I'm coming to you. We need to move fast. Once Brennan doesn't report back, his people will come looking. 20 minutes later, Marcus arrived with a tactical team. Not CIA, not FBI. Private contractors. People Marcus trusted. They cleaned the scene, removed Brennan's body, swept the apartment for surveillance devices, and extracted Emma before local police could respond to reports of gunshots. In the van, Marcus handed Emma a tablet. "This is everything. Brennan's bank records, communications with Chinese intelligence, records of every operation he sabotaged, every operative he got killed. Sarah Chen, Ethan Park, 17 others over 6 years. All because Brennan was selling secrets." Emma stared at the files. Why? Retirement account. He was planning to disappear to New Zealand with $47 million in offshore accounts. Live like a king while the people he betrayed died in unmarked graves. What happens now? Now we go public. Release everything. Burn Brennan's legacy. Make sure the world knows what he did. And you, Marcus looked at her. You get to disappear. Real disappearance this time. New identity, new life. No more CIA, no more kill teams. You're done. Emma looked out the window at the city passing by. What about you? I'm staying. Someone has to rebuild what Brennan destroyed. Someone has to make sure this never happens again. 3 months later, Emma Rodriguez ceased to exist. She became Claire Matthews, high school English teacher in Portland, Oregon. Small apartment, quiet life, no guns, no codes, no looking over her shoulder. She kept one thing from her old life, a burner phone, one contact saved. Every month, Marcus sent a message. Just one word, Claire, meaning you're safe, no threats, live your life. Emma never responded, but she kept the phone charged, just in case, because some part of her would always be CIA. Some part of her would always be ready. The Uber driver who saved her life wasn't just a driver. He was a ghost with a mission, and the woman in the back seat wasn't just a passenger. She was a weapon waiting to be aimed. Sometimes the most dangerous people aren't the ones with guns. They're the ones who know when to use them. If this story gave you chills, share it. Subscribe to Silent Titans for more stories of hidden heroes. And next time you get in an Uber, remember, your driver might be the only thing standing between you and death.